Alex. Been with this family 18 years and they still make me wear this silly costume. Oh, and that painter can't get nothing right. That wall's still too light.
Do you have a painter?
Well, I don't need to be to see what looks good and what don't.
Look, would you like to vacuum into your kitchen every 5 minutes and tell Dad to make a fricassee of chicken or something?
Okay, okay. Suit yourself.
I aim to.
Oh, can't you be a bit more careful? Look, you got a speck of paint on this.
Look, lady, if you can do it better, do it.
Oh, Corliss, hello, but don't leave your music out here again.
I won't. Hello.
Hello.
How's it coming?
Oh, just finishing up.
Is that the last coat?
Yep.
Well, you can say what you like, but I still think it's much too dark.
Is that so?
Well, don't you?
Nope.
Well, I do. I've said so all along.
I heard you every half hour since I started.
Oh, well, it'll hopefully dry lighter.
In 19 years, I ain't never covered a wall with so much criticism.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm whipping up a fruit cake.
I can still see the stain. It needs another coat.
Who are you?
My name's Raymond. I live down the street a couple blocks.
And do me a favor, go back where you live.
I won't bother you. Is anybody at home?
Oh, yes, indeed. The cook, who thinks it's too light, and Her Royal Highness thinks it's too dark.
Are Mr. and Mrs. Archer home?
They couldn't be here. If they would have told me it was too light, too dark, or maybe they would have said it was just right. That's too much to hope for.
This stuff isn't much good, you know. It has a very poor rating by Consumer's Digest.
By what?
Consumer's Digest, that's a wonderful magazine that tells you what stinks and what doesn't. Hey, Mildred! Mildred! Coast clear!
Oh, hello, Raymond. I thought I heard your voice. It's good to have you over here, but it ain't good to have your feet up on the table.
Oh, Louise!
Well, Mr. Willard, are you quite through yet?
Yes, thank goodness.
Say what you like, but it's still too light.
You know I can't say what I like. There's a kid present. And I don't give a hoot if it's too light or too dark.
Hello, Louise. Where's Corliss?
I believe she's upstairs.
This painter called her Royal Highness. I think that's rather good.
Oh, shut up, Raymond.
Well, what do you say?
Well, if you ask me, it's not the right shade at all.
Is that so?
Well, look at the rest of the wall.
Look, lady, you see that color paint? That was frozen right after the Civil War. Too light, too dark, not the right shade. Consumer's Digest, nuts. Kids should be seen and not heard.
Well, Corliss! Corliss! I'll be down in a minute.
Oh, look at this. Paint spots everywhere.
I can sell you a special paint remover, Louise. 75 cents a bottle. It's special.
Go away, Raymond. Scram. He's always trying to sell things to people.
Oh, don't I know it. We still got almost a gross of that Shalimar soap he wished on us.
Oh, Louise!
Raymond. Hello, Mildred.
Oh, hello, Corliss.
Hi, Raymond.
Hello, Corliss. You look cute in those slacks.
Oh, why, thanks, Raymond.
Mildred looks fierce in slacks because she's got an enormous...
If you don't shut up and get out of here, I'm going to tell Mother that you were the one.
Okay. Okay. I'm going. I'm going. Hey, Louise! I have a special offer!
Well, he'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, gosh, how exciting. Aren't you just thrilled to tears?
Uh-huh. You know, it's funny. Why, I guess it must be the war. But if somebody, anybody would have told me even a year ago that I would be thrilled to death to see my own brother, why, I would have said they were nuts.
What about me? He's not even my brother.
I wonder what Lenny will think about this family feud.
Does he have to know?
Well, he'll find out, won't he? When your parents aren't invited to dinner and we're not invited over there.
But, my gosh, we didn't do anything so terrible, did we?
Well, my parents thought it was. It's really different with you, Mildred. After all, you're practically 18, and you're allowed to stay out till midnight and everything. Well, I'm not even 16 yet, even though, well, I do look much older than you, sometimes.
Oh, gosh. Can't they see it was just patriotism that made us do it? After all, we did raise gods of dough. Where did
found out. Why, she said it was outrageous for a girl my age to be selling kisses at a Red Cross bazaar. Why, and Daddy hit the ceiling. And so, now, of course, you're kind of a bad influence.
Do your parents really think I'm a bad influence?
Well, they think you put ideas into my head. Ever since I had to wear brassieres, my family's been watching me like a couple of hawks.
Isn't it amazing how things happen? I mean, one minute, Lenny's just your big brother with pain in the neck. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're all grown up. He's a lieutenant in the Army Air Corps. He smokes a pipe without looking silly. And he writes the most beautiful letters.
Corliss! Hey, Corliss!
There's that Dexter again. Honestly, the way that boy pesters me.
You think you can use 3 tomatoes, 4 turnips, 3 pears, 5 apples, 7 carrots, 4...
My dear boy! I cannot possibly carry on a conversation with you across our 2 backyards.
Tell him to go away.
Oh, my dear, it's no use. He's coming.
Hi, Corliss. Hello, Mildred.
Hey, look, run along, Dexter. We're talking.
Thinking up some more ways to sell some more kisses?
Go away, Dexter.
I was never so humiliated in my life.
You? What's it got to do with you?
Well, whenever you've lived next door to a person all your life and seen him grow up, you don't like to see them exposed to evil influences.
Tell this repulsive little drip to go away.
Uniform crazy, that's what you are, and you're doing your best to make Corliss that way too. Well, I agree with the Archers 100%. I think you're a very bad influence. Watch where you're going, will ya?
Well,
Hey, Mildred, it's going on 6.
Yes, we better shove off before your parents get here. I'll phone you after dinner, okay, Corliss? And you phone me if there's anything new.
okay.
Come on, Raymond, let's go.
Oh, Raymond, hang on just a second before you leave. When am I going to get this, miracle can opener I ordered?
You'll get it within 10 days.
Oh, goody.
Have you been selling stuff again? Mm-hmm. I sell useful things like can openers and soap and stuff. Not kisses that get people into trouble.
Believe me, it'll take more than a world war for me to think that my brother's anything but the stinker he is.
What was Mildred snooping around for?
My dear child, Mildred happens to be my best friend, and I do not feel called upon to explain her presence to you every time she's here.
Well, when Lenny gets back, it'll serve her right if he just spits in her eye.
Well, Lenny mustn't know. It's absolutely imperatible that he doesn't know.
You mean imperative.
I mean you to shut up.
I'll make a point of telling him personal.
Dexter Franklin, why, you're about as low and a vile person I've ever laid my eyes on. And I'll thank you just to get up and go home and stay home. And I'll thank you never to show your silly face around here again.
Tut, tut. You get that from Mildred, too. She's got a temper like a fishwife.
Dexter, don't say things like that. It hurts me. I just can't bear it when my friends don't even like each other.
Oh, well, I don't got anything against Mildred personally. Well, just that she's a lousy influence.
Dexter, would you do me a great favor?
I'd do anything for you, Corliss. You know I would.
Do you really mean that, Dexter?
Holy cow, haven't I always? When you put that dead fish in my mother's lingerie drawer, who took the blame?
Well, that was when we were just kids.
Oh, don't you think I'd do more for you now? The way I feel about you now?
How can I be sure?
Well, just ask me. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
Well then will you promise not to tell Lenny? Oh, Dexter, I know it was very silly of us and all, but my gosh, there's been such a stink about it already. Why, we don't want to spoil Lenny's leave, do we? Please, promise you won't tell.
Well, okay, I promise.
You're sweet.
On one condition.
What?
Well, it's nothing you have to do right now, immediately. It's just that, well, what we've been talking about. You know what I mean.
Well, is there any harm in telling me?
Don't make me go through it again, Corliss. Well, you know what I mean. After After all, I will be 18 someday.
Are you proposing to me, Dexter?
Well, don't kid about it, Corliss. Well, I know it sounds funny now when all I make is an allowance of 50 cents a week. But it's not funny to me. Well, I'm only asking you to wait for me.
Well, all right, Dexter. I guess I can try to wait.
Oh, gosh, Corliss, you're swell. And one more thing. Well, I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but would you promise me something else?
What?
Well, I know how patriotic you are and all, and a guy in a uniform probably does look romantic to a girl, but I would...
Dexter, you're crazy. Why, a uniform means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Why, I can take it or leave it.
As a favor to me, leave it, will you?
Well, I'm used to uniforms in my family. After all, Uncle George was in the Marines even before I was born.
Believe me, I'm not worried about Uncle George.
Oh, that's Mother and Daddy. Do you want them to find us naked?
Oh, gosh, no. We're going to the movie tonight after dinner.
Hello, darling. Hello, Mother. Guess what? We're having company to dinner. Well, I hope it's somebody we know very well.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's someone we don't know at all. It's a soldier. Such a nice boy. He was hitching a ride into town. Your father just gave him a and asked him to dinner out of the clear blue.
Well, what is he like? Is he an officer?
Well, no, he's a corporal in the Air Corps. His name is Earhart.
Well, where is he?
I think your father is showing the zinnias out front. Louise! Louise, would you mind setting another place at dinner? We're having company. We brought a soldier home.
Oh, no, there won't be enough food.
Oh, Louise. There'll be plenty. I bought 4 lamb chops. Just put them in with the other things. Soldiers aren't very fussy.
Swell.
Mother, what is he like? Is he good looking?
Yes, this used to be an old porch with an old awning. We've added on to it in dribs and drabs over the years. We like it so much we practically live out here. Oh, hello, Corliss.
Hello, Angel.
Earhart, let me introduce you to my daughter, Corliss.
How do you do, Miss Archer?
Well, how do you do?
You don't need to call her Miss Archer.
Daddy, darling, you don't have to give him my life history, do you? Our parents will scream, though, no matter how old you get. They still treat you as if you were an infant.
They're all the same. It was all I could do to keep my mother from riding the top sergeant in my outfit. Telling me short and seated, Jimmy didn't get his feet wet.
Oh, is that your name? Jimmy. Why, that's one of my favorite names.
I like the name Corliss, too.
Let me show you the victory garden out in the backyard. What I'm bragging about in the car. It only cost me $27 for seats this year.
Oh, Mother, I really like him. Why, he's so good looking. And he has eyes like Tyrone Power.
Oh, has he?
Oh, honestly, Mother, it's a crime to offer leftovers to a man like that.
I think he'll survive, dear. It's better than sandwiches and coffee at the USO.
Well, is that where he was going? Just to the USO? Mm-hmm. Doesn't he have a girl?
Oh, Corliss, I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Gosh, why, I wish I'd known. I like nothing human in these terrible old blacks.
You look just fine.
Mother, look at them. Why, they haven't any shape left.
Darling, if you would hang them up once in a while instead of flinging them at the closet, they would have some left.
Mother, does he know how old I am?
No, I don't think so.
Well, didn't Daddy tell him?
Well, Corliss, he can see for himself, can't he?
Oh, honestly, you know perfectly well I at least look 2 years older than I really am. And you and Daddy always make it a point to tell people I'm not 16 yet and still an infant.
An infant, Corliss, not an infant. When are you going to stop running your words together?
Oh, Mother, does he have to know?
What difference does it make if he knows?
Mother, knowing a girl's right age affects a man's entire physiology.
I think you mean psychology, dear.
Well, gosh, it makes all the difference in the world, the way a man treats you, even the way he looks at you. Once in a while, I'd like to be looked at as if I wasn't an infant.
Darling, you're in such a dreadful hurry to grow up. You've got the rest of your life to do that in.
Mother, is Daddy going to serve cocktails before dinner?
Oh, he probably will. He usually does.
Well, I was wondering, would you do me a little favor? May I just...
No, you may not have a cocktail.
Mother, let me finish, will you? Why, I was just going to suggest to have Louise bring me the tray. And I can say, Louise, I do not feel like one right now. And that way, she doesn't have to know that Oh, there's one more thing. You know that little bottle of perfume?
No perfume. Absolutely none.
Well, Mother, it's a very girlish smell.
Soap smells even more girlish.
Oh, good, Corliss. I'm glad you're still here. Go over there and help me clean up a little bit while your mother pulls these lost puppy dogs off the streets. A mystery to me. I wish I could go have coffee at the USO.
Well, I think you're going to need some after that.
Clean up, dear, please.
Louise, how can you say that when there's the most good-looking man in the whole world here?
Uh-huh. Just another person to wash up for, so far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'll help you, Louise.
Uh-huh. I've heard that before, too.
Louise, darling, I was wondering, would you do me an itsy-bitsy little favor?
No, I've diapered you, and I've heard that tone of voice before, and it don't mean nothing but trouble. You plan on drinking? Now go put those back over there and clean up.
People never let people finish anything in this house.
Back home, I used to do all the gardening. But you're a better man than I am, sir.
A lot of work.
I suppose he's been telling you he does it all.
You stay out of this.
Well, actually, he just sits on the deck chair and makes us do the work. He's just an old show-off, but I rather like him.
Now, you've hurt my feelings. I think I'll retire to previously prepared positions.
Daddy, here, cash.
Gee, they're grand, aren't they?
Huh?
Your parents.
Oh, yes. Why, they're super.
I think it's simply swell them. You pick up a perfect stranger and bring them home to dinner.
Well, I do, too. I mean, gosh. I think it's swell they brought you.
I hear you have a brother in the service.
Oh, yes, Lenny. Why, he's in the Air Force. He's even a lieutenant.
That's swell. How old is he?
Oh, Lenny's in his 20s. Why, he's just a few months older than I am.
How few?
Well, actually, I forget. 3 or 4. Have a seat, Jimmy.
Thank you. I have a kid sister, just going on 14.
Oh, my. They're so cute at that age. I mean, you know, all legs and elbows. Why, we have some faded old snapshots of me at that age. And well, to tell you the truth, Jimmy, I was a scream.
You know, Corliss, this is what we miss most in the Army. Being invited to a home like this. What I mean is they have shows and dances for us at the USO in different canteens. It just isn't the same as this. You know what I mean?
Well, I know what you mean, Jimmy. Do you know many people in town?
Not a soul.
Oh, why, that is terrible. How do you spend your leaves?
I don't know, mooch around, go to the library or a show.
Alone.
Mostly. Sometimes with other fellows.
Well, don't you have a girl?
Nope, not even back home.
Well, don't you like
No.
girls?
Dinner will be served in about 2 minutes. Earhart, if you'd like to wash up, I'll show you the way.
Thank you very much, sir.
He likes girls.
Mother, you've changed. That is not fair. Wait, I'm going to go put on my blue.
Corliss, you look just fine. Besides, there's not time before dinner. Louise is in one of her moods.
Mother, do you know what Jimmy told me?
Jimmy?
Well, yes.
Did he
Corporal
ask you to
Earhart.
call him Jimmy?
Well, if he can call me Corliss, I do not see any reason why I can't call him by his first name. You want him to feel at home, don't you? Why, that's what he said he missed most of all.
Why, that's a perfect match.
Mother, do you know what that poor boy said? He doesn't know one single girl in town. Why, he doesn't know anybody in town he can take to the movies. Isn't that pathetic?
Just pathetic, dear, and I know your heart must bleed for him. But absolutely no dates until you're 16. And that is final.
My gosh! No perfume, no rouge, no dates, no cocktails. Why, I might as well be living in a monastery.
Heaven help the monastery that takes you in.
Harry, excuse me for interrupting this happy little scene, but what there is of it, dinner is served.
Thanks, Louise.
Well, the way you folks eat, go easy on the celery, huh?
Come on, dear. Don't pout.
I'll be darned if I'm going to pay for that.
trimming the pants off me.
Well, that's only because you're not used to this board. It is kind of battered up. Why, I just can't wait till Lenny gets back. Lenny's quite a handyman. But Daddy's hopeless. He's all thumbs.
Is that so?
Oh, hello, Angel. Mother, dear, I've noticed quite a cross draft in here. Are you sure you won't be too cold?
We're fine, dear, thanks.
Oh, look at poor Daddy trying to balance his teacup. Are you sure you both would be more comfortable in the living room?
Not me.
Your turn.
Well, let's start another game.
Corliss, do keep in mind that Corporal Earhart may have made other arrangements for after supper.
But Mother, I've
You
already...
don't need to feel polite or obligated, Earhart, just because you shared our meatloaf and lamb chops.
Yes, we know how it is when you young men get a short pass.
But
You're
Mother...
both awfully kind. But honestly, I'm having a swell time here, and if I did go back into town, I'd only bum around with nothing to do.
You see? Your turn, Jimmy.
Corliss, it is getting a bit chilly out here. Would you be a dear and run up to my room for a scarf or something?
We're
Mother?
in the middle of a game, Janet. I'll get it for you.
Hurry. You don't even know where to find your own things. Corliss, you wouldn't mind, would you, dear?
No, of course I wouldn't mind. I'll see you in a minute, Jimmy.
Your daughter plays a swell game.
Oh, yes, we think she does for a youngster of 15.
Well, give her a break. She is going on 60.
They're so funny at that age. My kid sister's about 18 months younger than she is. She tries to be just as grown up, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, scarlet nails, lipstick, permanent, all the works.
One of Corliss's ambition is to be taken for 19 and considered sophisticated.
I know, she's cute.
Promise you won't tell her you know how old she is. We're under oath not to reveal her age to anyone.
Excuse me.
I'll treat her as if she were all of 20.
Hello? My dear woman, I can't understand a word you're saying. Are you sure you have the right number? She hung up on me.
Well, who was it?
Well, someone with a heavy Swedish accent and a hot potato in her mouth.
Harry, that's Mildred Pringle. She's always calling up here with that silly accent of hers. I think it's Swedish or something. She thinks I don't know who it is.
Corliss still singing a lot of that girl.
Well, I've told her how we feel about it, but they still telephone each other. But what can we do about that? I just don't know.
Here I come to the rescue. Corliss Archer. Here you go, darling. Why, it's your favorite.
Thank you, dear.
Really matches well.
Have you been using my...
Quite a quick change artist, aren't you?
Harry, that child has been using my perfume again.
I know, but don't embarrass her in front of the boy.
You know, I felt just so sticky in the horrible old slacks. Why, I thought I might as well change while I was up there. It's your turn, Jimmy.
I think you're being paged.
Sounds like Dexter's mating call.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Mr. Archer. Hello, Mrs. Archer. Who's he?
Corliss, introduce Dexter to Corporal Earhart.
Well, Dexter. This is Jimmy. He lives next door.
Glad to know you, Dexter.
Hi.
Honestly, Dexter, why, you look like something out of Tobacco Road.
Why aren't you dressed? You can't go to the movies like that.
Well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to attend the movies with you tonight. Well, I have an engagement.
Don't be a drip.
If you just had 1 ounce of tact, you could have seen me before barging in here. We had company.
You know you're not allowed to use perfume.
Why don't you go home?
Corliss, did you have a date with Dexter tonight?
Well, no, of course not, Mother.
You little liar.
Don't be silly, Jimmy. Why, we never did have a date. It's his way of being funny.
Corliss, why do you have to put on such a corny act all the time?
I'll thank you to go home and leave people alone.
Don't be a drip.
Dexter Franklin!
Do all girls go nuts when they're going on 16?
I've got a suggestion that may solve a lot of problems. Why don't we all go to the movies? Would you like to come, Earhart?
I'd love to, sir.
Swell! Now you're cooking with dynamite. Believe me, I'm so broke, it's brutal.
Well, I think it's an excellent idea, Harry. And children, you can all come with us. There's a nice film playing at the Imperial. Corliss, run up and
make it snappy. Come here, Hart. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Fine thing. The moment my back's turned, there's
I hate you. Why, I even hate you with all my heart and soul. I shall even hate you until the day I die.
Don't be a drip. Who is he anyway?
Well, if you must know, he's just some soldier Mother picked up somewhere.
Holy cow! I didn't think she'd do something like that. What do you want?
Shut up, have they all gone?
Yeah, they're out front. Why?
I'm not even supposed to be here because of the fight. I think it's dumb.
Hey, Cordis, hurry up. I'll be waiting out front with the others.
What are you going? Where are you going?
We're going to a movie, and we don't want you along.
I couldn't even go if you did. I'm busy. What are you going to see anyway?
We're going to the Imperial. They've got Hedy Lamarr and Veronica Lake.
I've seen them. I think it's dumb. I'm afraid I'm still too young to get a kick out of glamour. Give me a good documentary film anytime. Hey, Louise! Hey, Louise, come here a minute.
What?
Look at this, Louise. This cleaning solution of mine, it's really working. It's taking off everything.
It's taking off the paint. Is this the cleaning stuff you sell?
Between you and me, Louise, the product they send me is not much good. I dilute the stuff with acid from old batteries. Since you're an old customer, I'll give you an attractive price on this bottle, only 25 cents.
No thanks.
Tell you what, I'll give it to you for 15. Think of all the publicity you get. Hey, I've got an idea.
Raymond, that is the front door. Now put that ball away and don't clean anything while I'm gone.
Oh, Louise, you're aggressive. Oh, boy. That is something.
Gee, Louise, I wish you could have seen your face when you opened that door.
Oh, Lenny, why didn't you tell me you were coming tonight? Nobody
Hi,
tells me
Eddie.
anything.
Hi,
I
Eddie.
just can't-
Gee, I thought you weren't coming until tomorrow.
Hi, kid.
Oh, Lenny, your parents are going to be furious. They've gone to the movies with Corliss.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I could have one. Paige, I know the manager well. I told him about the paper.
Forget it. They'd probably get the message all balled up and Mother'd be scared out of her wits.
Well, I certainly hope you've had your dinner. Ain't nothing around here.
Hey, I did smell some cookies when I came in, though.
Suppose you want some.
Sure.
I'll go get them for you.
Okay, thanks.
Speaking of fountain pens, Lenny, I have an extra special offer on an extra special pen and an extra special.
Listen, I've got a pen, thanks. This one sent me back $10.
$10. Let me see it. You were cheap.
No. How's Mildred doing?
She's fine.
Is she at home?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
Well, was she home for dinner?
Probably. I took up all of some friends.
Don't you know where she is?
Nope. Live and let live. That's my motto, and I'm proud of it.
I think I'll go over and say hello to your folks.
Lenny, you can suit yourself, of course, but I'd advise you to check with your parents first.
What do you mean, Raymond?
Well, if you must know, Corliss and Mildred aren't even allowed to see each other.
What? Well, why?
Maybe they'd better tell you. I think it's dumb.
I can't understand it. I've been writing to Mildred nearly every day.
Oh, are those letters from you?
Yes.
She sleeps with them under her pillows.
She does.
Yep, and she's the girl who grabbed it from glass and put it in your cereal one time.
Oh, you...
Time marches on.
Listen, kid, call up your house and see if she's home.
Okay.
And if she is, don't tell her I'm here. But tell her to... Oh, I wonder where I should meet her.
Oh, it's okay. She can come here when nobody's here.
Okay, but don't tell her I'm here. See, I want to surprise her.
Have you really got a case on Mildred?
More than that.
Well, she's very pretty, I must admit, but intellectually, she's good.
Listen, I don't want any trouble out of you because of what I told you.
I mean, this Kid Brothers stuff, you've seen too many feed pictures, Lenny. Hello, Mildred? Mildred, this is Raymond. I'm over at the archery.
day.
I suppose you want me to leave.
And that's not a bad idea, Raymond.
Are you tossing that because you're nervous, or do you want to give it to me? Thanks, Lenny. I was going, but it was nice of you all the same.
Strange kid, Raymond.
Oh, Lenny, there was one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Okay, shoot.
You may not want to answer this, and maybe I shouldn't even ask.
Well, just ask it, will you?
Well, I've heard a lot of disquieting rumors that the new air-cooled P-57X fighter planes are full of bugs. They tell me the Army's very disappointed about their maneuverability.
You can relax, Raymond. I haven't found any bugs.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. So long.
Oh, Lenny. These Tuckies are over there so tasty. Maybe I'll have them myself. No, go over here and sit down.
Boy.
Just don't you get one crumb on the floor.
Oh, I won't. You know me.
Oh, yeah, I do. Did Raymond go?
Yeah, he sure did. Boy, you know that kid's from another world.
Oh, I know, but I kind of like Raymond. He's a nice, polite little kid, but don't think he gets that from his mother. He's a pretty clever kid, too, and I do believe that comes from hanging around me so much.
Don't flatter yourself so much, Louise. Say, Louise, what's this Archer Pringle feud all about?
Oh, Raymond and I think it's dumb. I'm sure Corliss will tell you all about it, and he'll probably blow over.
Well, I hope so.
Corliss? Corliss, where are you? Lenny! Oh, Lenny! Oh, how perfectly marvelous!
Hi, sweets, miss me?
Oh, you look wonderful. But how did you get here?
By plane. Decided train was just too slow.
Train's still safer. I wish you wouldn't fly so much.
Listen, I'll take it up with General Arnold. But he's kind of an old-fashioned man, though. He thinks that us pilots should fly.
Look at me, these old rags. Why didn't Raymond tell me you were here? Where is he? I'll kill him.
He beat it. Very tactful.
Where's Corliss?
Well, they all went to a show. Missed by just a couple of minutes. You're the only one that knows I'm here. Besides Raymond and Louise.
You better finish.
Oh. Say, what's wrong between you and Corliss?
Oh, you heard about that already. But it was Raymond. I'll strangle that child.
He told me nothing, honest. He just said there was some kind of quarrel, and he'd tell me all about it.
Well, darling, Corliss and I cooked up this nice little white lie to tell you, but I guess I better tell you the truth.
Yes.
You see, well, we had this Red Cross Bazaar here about a month ago, and well, we sold kisses for the Red Cross at $1 each. Well, and you see, Corliss sold more than I did, and well, when your parents found out about, we told them we were going to sell in Border Guest House. And when they found out about it, they threw 15 different kinds of fits. I was a bad influence on Corliss, and that, of course, made my parents mad, and well, there you have it.
Well, I'll be darned.
Are you shocked?
Well, no, of course not. But it is kind of a strange feeling to realize somebody paid good money to kiss your kid's sister. Did she really sell more than you, an adult?
Well, she was giving them the second one at 50 cents. See, I didn't know about the cut rate business. Honestly, Lenny, we cleaned up.
You beautiful screwball.
Try and patch things up, will you, Lenny? The way it is now, your parents think I contaminate Corliss.
Just 1 minute, you can contaminate me.
Oh, Lenny, I adore your letters. They're so beautiful, but kissing is much more satisfying, isn't it?
And think of the paper we save. Why, it becomes practically a patriotic duty.
Oh, just think. I'll have you for 2 whole weeks.
Oh, think again, baby.
What do you mean?
Well, my leave's been cut to 72 hours, Mildred.
But why? Lenny, in your last letter, you said you were going to have 2 weeks.
I know. But my CO doesn't sleep with my letters under his pillow. He just gives orders.
But they can't do that to you, Lenny.
Darling,
This isn't going to be an ordinary leave.
I mean, overseas?
It could be.
Oh, no, Lenny, no, I won't let you go.
That's what millions of girls all over the world are saying, dear, but there's not a thing they can do about it. Correction. There is something.
What?
Darling, can you think of any good reason why two people who are nuts about each other should wait? Let's get married right away.
You mean now?
Well, no, not right now. We have to find a justice or something. What do you say? Let's get married right away?
Oh, Lenny, I'd love to, more than anything. But they never let me. My parents, I mean. Lenny, they don't dream that we feel this way about each other or that we've been writing every day. Or anything.
Darling, I'm not suggesting a formal wedding with engraved invitations and rice.
Lenny.
Darling, I've only got 72 hours. I'm suggesting a grade A #1 elopement.
What about my parents?
Well, we won't tell them.
What about your parents?
Oh, have you got a parent complex or something? It's no one's business but our own.
Well, Lenny, I'd love to, but your parents think I'm awful.
Well, they're not marrying you, I am.
Lenny, then my mom is an in-law. It's hard enough for a girl when a boy's parents like her. There's always some resentment.
Darling, you're nuts. They'll be mad about you. Besides, we won't tell them till this silly row blows over. Will you, Mildred? Then no matter what happens, at least we'll belong to each other for a little while. Will you, please?
Okay, Lenny, let's. I think we're both crazy, but it's wonderful.
What do you want?
Well, how long have you been there?
I've been here since you said, I think it's crazy, but it's wonderful. And I agree. You're crazy. I think Nadine's dumb.
I thought you were going to be hanging around here. What do you want anyway?
Mother's on the warpath.
What?
What do you mean? Does she know I'm here? Does she know Lenny's back?
Not from me, she doesn't. I told her you had dropped in at the Red Cross and were rolling bandages. And she told me to bring you home right away.
Okay, feed it, kid. She'll be along in a minute.
I'm supposed to walk home with her, Lenny.
I better go.
If you two would like to say goodnight to each other, there's a nice dark garden, and I would have no objection to waiting a minute or two longer.
Well, that's awful white of you, Raymond.
What an idiot! He left his food!
You're so Raymond, what are you doing?
Finishing up food that may not be wasted.
Oh, those are Lenny's. Where is Lenny?
He's with Mildred out in the garden.
Mildred's here.
Mm-hmm. You're both all a Twitter. I think it's dumb.
Well, I'm afraid in a few years you'll be all a Twitter yourself.
You know, Louise, I believe a team thought about that. And you're right. And it often depresses me. All I care about is when I get old enough to stay out until midnight. Okay, you two all the Twitters, break it up! Break it up!
Oh, Marchbank, stand still. You worthless, horrible, hideous beast. Do you realize you're much more trouble than you are worth? Do you? Do you realize nobody loves you? Oh, Marchbank, you're so beautiful. So full of fleas. Dexter! Dexter!
What you want?
Stop that hammering. Why are you even making the dog nervous?
Okay, I'm nearly finished.
There, baby. Now you look all neat and pretty. Daddy, Marchbanks is getting as fat as a pig. Why, he needs exercise. Would you take him for a walk?
In a word, no.
But, Dad, it would do you good. Why, you haven't even been out of the house all day.
Well, you take him.
Well, I can't. I'm waiting for a phone call.
So am I.
You are not. You just made that up. Daddy, Marchbanks says, "Pretty, please take me for an itsy-bitsy walk."
If that foul beast ever uses baby talk, I'll blow out his brain.
He hasn't got me, darling. That might be all up. Stay off the flowers, you idiot dog. I wonder where Lenny is. I haven't seen him all day.
Oh, he'll be back for supper. Sure, expect that.
Oh, he looks marvelous. Putrid that he has to leave tomorrow already?
Yeah, Putrid is right.
Dad, let's not ever sell this house.
Believe me, if I ever get a reasonable offer, I'd sell this house so fast it'd make your hair curl.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. It's community property. I wouldn't let you. I know what Corliss means.
Well, it's old, and the plumbing is terrible, but I love it.
I wonder where Lenny is. He should have been home long before now.
Well, probably making a round of visits all about town.
I don't think so, Harry. The Barkers called, and the Smiths, the Raymonds. I don't think he's been around there. They wanted to see him, and I just don't think he's been anywhere around the neighborhood.
It couldn't be him, could it? I did give him a key. Come on around the house. We're on the porch.
What are you reading, darling?
Oh, just an article on Henry Fonda. Quite interesting, actually. Mother, dear, I had breakfast with Lenny this morning, and well, I told him all about that silly Pringle feud you always discussing. Mother, he only laughed. He didn't think it was anything so grisly.
Well, Corliss, someday he'll have a 15-year-old daughter, and then he won't laugh.
But Mother...
I don't want to discuss the feud with the Pringle anymore. Tired of hearing
Look
about it.
who's here.
Oh, Jimmy, how lovely.
Hello, Corliss. Afternoon, Mrs. Archer.
Hello, do sit down.
I'm afraid I can't. I have a jeep full of men waiting for me out front, and I can only just pop in for a moment. But I had such a grand time here yesterday evening, and you're all so swell to me that before going back into camp, I wanted to stop by again and thank you.
Well, that was nice of you. I wish you could stay a little longer. My son is gone, and he should be home any minute if you want to stay around.
Yes, can you imagine? When we came back from the movies last night, well, he was already here.
How many men in that Jeep, Earhart? Janet, would you have Louise fix up some supper for them?
Oh, dear Mother, yes.
Louise! Louise, you wouldn't mind cooking up a quick meal for a jeep full of soldiers, would you?
Oh, sure, why not? Dinner for the Army at a moment's notice.
Thanks a million, but we have to be back in camp by 7 p.m. sharp.
Well, the next time you're in town, just give us a call.
That must be Sergeant Eichelberg. Goodbye. Thank you again. Goodbye, sir.
I'll see him to the door.
Quite a boy, that Earhart.
Oh, yes, but I wonder if he came by to say thanks to us or just to see Corliss again.
Well, don't be silly. He knows that she's still a child. Probably reminds him of his kid sister.
Oh, possibly, but I doubt it. They were holding hands in the movie last night.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
Why, that little devil. Sure.
Oh, yes.
I know she was holding hands with Dexter because I saw them.
That girl.
Oh. It makes me suspect that our dear little girl has a wicked streak in her that's all wool and the yard wide.
Harry, you sound like you're proud of it or something. Mean thing to say about your own daughter.
Well, then call it femininity then. You like that better?
No. Harry, I wasn't going to say anything, but since his return visit, I'm rather worried. Corliss is very pretty, if you haven't noticed, and quite mature for her years, and I'd hate to see her start a silly flirtation with a soldier.
Well, that's easy enough to handle. The next time you call us, just tell him that Corliss is out.
Oh, Mother, Mother, look what he brought for me. Oh, wasn't that darling of him? Isn't he the sweetest man in the whole world? Isn't he so darling? Oh, what kind of a man does it take to give a girl candies? Look, chocolate-covered nuts. Mother. Daddy, she's really deprived.
Darling, you're going to spoil your appetite for
I
dinner.
will not, and you know that. You should have heard the sweetest things he said about the both of you. He said you were awfully pretty, Mother. Can be easily mistaken for my older sister. And he said Daddy was very, very distinguished looking.
Oh, Terry.
Oh, honestly, I feel so sorry for Jimmy. Why, we really should have put him up for the night. Do you know where that poor boy slept? At the YMCA.
Why not? He's young, manly, and Christian, isn't he?
Well, he did say he was very, quite lonely.
What? He did?
Oh, Mother, next time he has leave, do you think he could spend the night right here? Why, he could stay in my room. I don't argue.
Why don't we just adopt him?
Oh, boy. Sounds good, Dad.
Corliss, you're being vulgar, and you know it. Harry, why do you encourage her so?
You know,
does she want, a 21-gun salute?
Harry.
Oh, where's Bill? Right here.
Oh, hello, Mr. Franklin.
Hello, sweetie pie.
How the chocolate and Brazil nuts from South America? Why, they're just swell.
No thanks. But I'll go for a drink, though, Bill. Go for one, you know where they are.
Carlos, dear, do you have any idea where our son and heir might be?
Well, Dexter's out having in the garage. Mother, he just dragged a 200-pound radiator from an empty lot. And now he's out there biffing it to pieces for old scrap.
No, Carlos, tell him to quit that. I don't know why he does that all the time. It's so...
Dexter! Hey, Dexter!
What you want?
Your parents are out here and they want you to come out. Now!
Okay, okay.
Carlos, will you tell him to clean himself up before he comes trailing over here?
Corliss, we can all yell. Go and tell him.
All right.
You know what we just heard? It's true about the little Hoffman girl.
Oh, no.
Oh, brother.
Oh, come on, Harry. This isn't gossip. This is fact.
Can you imagine? The little thing is only 15.
Dear, what are they going to do?
What can they do? She's going to have a baby. They're going to have to get her married off to that young man right away. He didn't know how young she was. She swore she was 18, and he believed her. So he said.
Harry, do you see what I'm talking about? We've got to keep Corliss away from these young men, and especially with all these soldiers and sailors running around. Oh, my heavens, Jane Hoffman was a year younger than her in school, wasn't she?
Yes. She's always a little bit wild.
Well, as I've always said, background has a lot to do with it, you know.
That's Dexter isn't a girl.
Well, sometimes these days I wish he were.
If he were a girl, the silly sap that he is, you'd probably be an illegitimate grandma by now.
Well, to say about our son.
Holy cow, I practically ruined this thumb. Gee, Mrs. Archer, that's a pretty outfit you're wearing.
Oh, thank you, Dexter.
My gosh! Can't you see he's just fishing for invitation for dinner? Really?
Well, Dexter, you should know you don't have to stoop to flattery for that.
Well, Mother, you think not, 'cause he's only eaten with us 3 times a week since he could crawl. Honestly, Mother, look at his face. Look at him blush. Aren't boys his age positive gruesome?
Dexter, would you like to stay for dinner?
Gee, Mrs. Archer, I'd love to. Oh, boy, chocolate nuts.
Hey, those aren't public property.
They're good. Where'd you get them?
Well, a gentleman brought them to me.
Honestly, the way you spoil that girl is criminal.
I didn't break them.
Let me buy them for you?
No, actually, Jimmy Earhart did.
Are you kidding?
Well, ask Mother if you don't believe me.
I'm afraid he did.
Well, all I can say is you should have flung him in his face.
Oh, that's a bit drastic, don't you think?
Holy cow! Don't you know anything about lying? You accept a huge box of candy from a stranger, a soldier who's supposed to respect womanhood, and what happens next?
What?
Oh, come on. What's gonna happen next? Holy cow, Dad! Wouldn't you get burned up if Mother accepted valuable gifts from perfect strangers?
That's stupid.
Oh, honestly, Dexter. Why, Jimmy said some very nice things about you, too.
Is that so?
Well, yes. He said, please remember me to that amusing little boy next door.
Dexter, next time you feel like to throttle her with your bare hands, I'll defend you free of charge.
Yeah, and I'll be acquitted.
He's so crazy about her.
Oh, the poor thing. How she loves to torment him.
Yes, all wool and a yard wide.
Well, she can be really sweet to him, too. You know, it just seems like yesterday that I would come into a room, you know, and I would find them fighting and quarreling, and now when I come into a room, I often find them nesting. I've often stumbled onto them, and they've been holding hands and
darling. Where have you been all day?
Oh, driving around all over the map.
A lot of visits. Like a drink, son?
Oh, I made a couple visits.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Welcome home.
Oh, son, it's so wonderful to have you home again.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not complaining. By the way, I ran into Mr. and Mrs. Pringle this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they said, why don't we come over after supper?
And what did you say to that?
Well, I told them I thought Mother invited some people to drop in over here.
Well, that was very discreet of you, dear.
So I asked them to come join us.
And what did they say to that?
Well, Mrs. Pringle just laughed and said maybe I better check with Mother before issuing an invitation. I might add, I think you're all being very silly about this whole thing.
Well, I agree. My
Oh,
gosh.
Corliss, you don't even know about it.
I do too. Why, I know there's a war going on, and the whole world's involved, and hundreds of soldiers are going off fighting for our country, and yet here we are quarreling amongst ourselves. I agree with the president. I think he's right when he said we should all be united.
I think you'd keep Mr. Truman out of this.
Excuse me, folks. That was the front door. Excuse me, I'm just going to clean up a little bit here. I think you might be done with that by now. Here, and it looks like she's been chewing on pickles or something.
Ringo, well, where is she?
I'm right here. Mother, listen, this is against all my principles. I'm very proud of my principles.
I'm sorry to come barging in like this, Janet, but there are some things that I just cannot ignore.
Well, I think it's time we shoved
Oh,
off.
no, you stay here. You know all about this family feud. And I just as soon you stay here and listen to it and watch us thrash it out.
Oh, Dorothy, we mustn't become excited, must we?
Do I look excited? I am not excited. I am just so furious that I could chew nails. Do you know what I heard? Raymond, you get back here. Raymond, you tell them what you heard.
No, I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
I insist.
I think it's dumb.
You think everything's dumb. Now you repeated it to me and you'll repeat it to them.
Well, I really am sorry I brought the whole thing up. It will be a lesson to me.
You tell them what you heard at the Campbell.
Well, I was overselling a magazine subscription to their cook, and, Mr. Archer, do you take the True Love series? I have a
Would you
special
quit trying to sell newspapers? I'm going to take you home and... Well... I'll tell you what he heard over at the Campbell's house. According to Ray, who distinctly overheard it from Marjorie Campbell's kitchen, she was having a bridge party. And do you know what she told them? She told them that your mother said Mildred, my daughter, was nothing better than a little tramp.
Why, how ridiculous. Dorothy, you should know that's not true. I would never say that. That's a word I'd never use.
Oh! Raymond, was that the word you heard?
It sounded like it, but it could have been scamp.
Don't you quibble with me about words. You know very well the word was tramp. You even asked me if I thought Mildred was a tramp.
Now, Dorothy, I'm surprised at you, dear, listening to all this garble gossip. Why, I never indulge in such things.
Oh, really? You called me up this morning and told me about Janie Hoffman. Now you just stay out of this anyway. I'm talking
Wait
to
a
Frank.
minute. We wanted to scram. You asked us to stay. I think she should be able to get her 2 bits worth in.
Well, no.
I think it's dumb.
Well, you think everything's dumb.
Well, it's my experience that most things are.
Does anybody have any suggestions?
Well, I've got a good suggestion.
Well, what is it?
Look, you guys have been feuding about this and feuding about it, and you're never going to get anywhere by hashing it all over. Why don't you just bury the hatchet and forget about the thing?
Well, gosh, I think that is a wonderful idea.
See, even she agrees with me.
Well, don't you, Dexter?
Well, I wouldn't go as far to say Mildred's exactly a tramp, but I do think she's a bad influence.
Here we go again.
Why can't you keep your big trap shut?
Well, you asked
Oh,
me!
that's okay, Dexter. That's just fine. It's obvious that this entire neighborhood is prejudiced against my family and Mildred, and that's just fine. I can take it. I've taken worse before, and I can take this.
Dorothy, we were just laughing about it this morning when we were visiting.
Well, that's before I mother said.
But Dorothy, wait, now listen.
It's no use, don't you dare touch me. After all the horrible things you've said, do you think I'm ever going to set foot in this house again?
I'm the one who's trying to make up with you.
Oh, well, I'm never going to set foot in this house.
You're screaming at me.
Well, furthermore, I am not going to allow my children to come over here, and of course your children.
I don't want them over here.
Well, your children won't be welcomed at my house either. Come on, Raymond, let's go.
She gets in these moods once in a while. Likes dramatizing things. She makes mounds out of molehills.
Raymond!
Coming, Mother.
As a matter of interest, Janet, did you say what she said you said?
No, of course not. I said nothing of the sort. You know I wouldn't say anything like that. Well, what I said was, and I said it in strict confidence. Honestly, Harry, I said that, well, oh, what does it matter what I said?
Mother, it seems to matter quite a lot.
All right. I don't want to feud with them. What I said was, well, I don't mind repeating it to all of you. You're my friends and my family. And what I said was, well, with so many silly, uniform crazy girls running around these days, what with the war effort and all, that, well, many of them were turning into little tramps. And I would be just as happy as pie if our dear little Corliss saw as little as possible of Mildred.
You seem to have said quite a mouthful. Come on, Mary. Let's go.
Well, at least we can walk and part ways.
After all, they'll just hash this all over all night and rehash it.
Well, maybe we can coach you what to say.
Or what not to say, huh, Bill?
Swell. Now the fat's really in the fire.
Well, you sure didn't help matters any.
Won't she ask me? I was only putting in my 2 bits.
Go on, feed it.
Let's invite him to supper.
We'll call you for when supper's ready.
All right.
Boy, you really showed him, Lenny. I think he's terrible. I'm glad you kicked him out.
Well, you know better than he is.
But, Lenny, darling, why, what have I done?
Oh, save that smooch for Dexter. It only grabs me. Gosh, only last night I was telling Mom and Dad how great it was he'd grown out of being a pain in the neck. But somehow I was wrong. He still managed to gum things up somehow.
Lenny, don't say those things. I don't mind being treated like a heel when I've done something to be a heel. But really, I haven't done anything.
Oh, stop that silly sniveling, will you?
Honestly, that lot of good it does decided to try to love your brother
Sit down.
when he still treats you like a swine.
What am I going to do? What do you want? Listen, you're forbidden to come over here.
Get out of here, you filthy, sneaky little spy.
Lenny, your parents won't be back for 20 minutes, and Corliss, Mother's having hysterics. Mildred's crying, Pop's swearing to beat the band. Words I never even heard before. Yes, sir, over at the Pringles, hell's a poppin'.
What's Mildred crying about?
Oh, they're picking on her.
About what?
Well, she's been gone all day, and she won't say where she's been. And now Pop's thinking that she is a little tramp.
Well, where was she? Do you know?
As a matter of fact, I don't. But what after I've just been through, wild horses couldn't drag it out of me.
Well, boy, it's a pity you didn't feel that way earlier before you started shooting your mouth off to your mother.
Lenny, I never dreamed I was opening up a can of worms like this. I merely mentioned a course of conversation with my mother that I thought might amuse her. By the way, there's a letter for you from Mildred.
Well, what are you waiting around for? Give it to me.
Nothing in that one. Oh, here it is. I got it. It's very legible. She wrote it in purple ink and wet all over.
What'd she send this for?
Oh, that's the money she owes for taking it over to you.
Well, I'll keep that. I'll split it with you. How's that?
Now, she owes me that for taking it over to you. And you wouldn't want...
Put up such a fuss. Get out.
You're really quite emotional, aren't you? Most women are. I think it's dumb. If you want to send her an answer, I'd be glad to take it for her. It's no use trying to phone her. They won't let her take any calls.
Raymond, are your folks going to be home all evening?
Yes. Oh, I can arrange to have them out anytime you want.
You could.
Sure.
Well, how?
Kid Runny Feet, a friend of mine, Pop, is always looking for pigeons to pluck. I could easily promote a game over at their house.
You could?
Sure, what time would you like?
How about 8:30?
You can rely on it.
Gee, Raymond, you're a swell kid.
Oh, it's okay. I wanted you to accept because after this friend of mine, Father always wins, he splits with the kid. I get my rake off of him.
This break.
Lenny, were you with Mildred today?
Yes.
What did you do? You can tell me.
Can you keep a secret?
Well, cross my heart.
Oh, I wonder if you just don't want
Lenny,
to tell
I'll
somebody.
take an oath in blood, like we did when we were kids. Remember? You know, I never went back on that. Please.
Okay. Well, there was that one time that you told.
I never did. Think this will do the job? I swear in blood, by everything I'll ever hold sacred, that I will never reveal this secret. Now, Lenny, you've got to tell me, what is it?
Mildred and I were married this morning.
Why, I'm just so thrilled. That's so wonderful. I can see you're so happy about it.
Well, I'll tell you. You know what now, though, her parents. Well, I got a letter, and she says that her parents might get it and all.
Could they?
I don't know. I suppose they could. She lied about her age on the marriage license. She's not going to be 18 till next month.
Oh, gosh. That would be terrible. I know. What worse could they do?
Boy, Awful's right.
You know what this does? This makes Mildred my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to pay her the $50 I owe.
You better pay that. That's part of our honeymoon.
Oh, Lenny, relatives never pay up. You know Mother and Daddy.
Yes.
May I see what Mildred wrote you?
You may not.
Is it because you're terribly in love?
Yes, we didn't get married just for the heck of it. This is for keeps.
Really, Lenny? Gosh, it oughtn't be a secret. Mother and Dad ought to know about something like this. Why, then forget about this silly row with the Pringles and all. It wouldn't matter at all. If you'd only tell them.
Oh, maybe. Well, but that's not what I was thinking about. Well, what I mean, Corliss, well, they always come first in everything. You know what I mean. And now if I go overseas, well, it'll only be natural that I'll be thinking of my wife first. And it's only human that they're going to feel it. You know what I mean, Corliss?
Well, I know what you mean, Lenny. But don't you think their feelings would be hurt more if you didn't tell them about a wonderful thing like getting married?
I don't know.
Gosh, loving people in this life sure makes it frightfully complicated, doesn't it?
Well, it sure does. Oh, come here. You're not a bad egg after all, you know? I'm glad I told you.
I am too. And very proud that you trusted me, I mean.
Listen, I'll talk to Mildred tonight and I'll tell her that, you know, and maybe between the three of us, we'd find some way to tell Mom and Dad and everybody else before my leave's over.
Oh, gosh, I hope so, Lenny. Why, it's such a tremendously important thing. Well, I don't know. I promise not to tell, but if it really came down to it...
Now, you better not be telling.
Well, I did swear in blood. You know, I've been thinking. A blood oath is very important. Why, they'd have to torture me before I can say a word. Oh, Harry, keep the
I hope they would.
your nose.
I'll sue him, that's what I'll do. I'll have him arrested.
Honey, sit down. Dad! What's the matter?
What's the matter with you?
What happened? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Can't you see I'm bleeding to death?
Sit down, Dad.
But don't yell at me. I'm your father, not a bombardier.
Go to the kitchen and do as you're told, and Harry, you're getting blood on the road. Sit down.
What happened to him, Mom? Was he hit by a car?
Oh, I was hit by that dirty Carly Pringle by the Carly rat, and I'll sue him. It's the last thing I do.
Sit down, Dad. What happened to your pants?
I'll kill that half-witted dog of ours. Why, the filthy cur went for me, not for him.
Oh, land's sake, what happened now?
Oh, he's...
Here, Dad, hold your head down.
That's exactly what I was doing when he hit me, the louse.
imbecile, because that's what he is. A stupid imbecile.
Right, he is a stupid imbecile.
Quit holding that dishpan under my chin. Good heavens, let me get to the phone.
Sit down,
Wait
Harry.
till your nose starts bleeding, Dad.
I'm gonna call the DA, the bosses in the house, for disturbing the peace. And causing riot.
Billy, please, I can't see you in this. Please, let me help you. Put this under your eye.
No wonder Marilyn McCory puts on Corliss when her father's a homicide. I mean, that's my good eye.
It's the other eye.
Oh,
Hey, Lenny.
get that spawn of Robert Pickles out of this house.
There's no other folks in finer shape than you are.
Get out of here.
Hello, Mrs. Archer.
Hello, Dexter.
Where's Corliss?
Well, she's out in front waiting for the mail.
Mrs. Archer?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I might, well, have sort of a heart-to-heart talk with you.
Well, sure, Dexter. Let your hair down.
Okay. Well, it's about, well, it's about the facts of life.
Oh, Dexter, don't you think you should be having this chat with your father?
No, it's not the facts of my life. Well, it's the facts of Corliss. I don't know if you've ever been whistled at on the streets, Mrs. Archer.
Oh, yes, once or twice.
Well, Corliss doesn't have your strength of character. It goes to her head.
What's bothering you, Dexter?
Well, I think it's a great mistake that the Army gives soldiers any spending money.
You here for supper again? I am gonna have to go to the food warehouse. Would you please open this if you're gonna be here?
Not again, Louise.
Open it.
Hi, Droopy.
But my fingers aren't very strong, Louise.
Did you get anything for Lenny?
Nope, just bills and stuff.
Oh, honestly, it's been over 2 weeks since we've heard from him.
Well, I guess he's just so busy mopping up in Italy. Oh, Mother, he doesn't have time to write.
Just think, it seems like only yesterday when he was in high school, flunking out of geography and history. Now he's helping to make...
Dexter, are you in great pain?
Uh-huh.
Let me see that. What you need to open this is Raymond's monkey wrench. I'll tell him.
Raymond's not supposed to come over here.
Will you kindly stop butting in? Please.
Thank you, Dexter.
Corliss, you know, Dexter is right. I don't want Raymond around here. I'm putting the stress on you.
Mother, you can't be
Holy
serious.
cow, you're always beefing. You don't
Will
have
you
any...
shut up?
Just a minute, just a minute. I want to know
Mother,
why
please
you
tell
always...
Tell this strip to go home. I'm so sick of his lectures.
Honestly, you too, would you stop arguing?
Well, if you're sick of his lectures, we get a few of mine. I mean, the way you left them pots and pans last night after cooking them carnals, you're gonna get fat, you know. Don't keep your girlish figure like I have all these years.
My goodness. Oh, my heavens. I think you're outgrowing this and I haven't even finished it yet. Aren't you going to stop growing?
She's getting fat.
That's a dirty, rotten, filthy lie.
Well, it's no wonder with eating all those chocolate-covered nuts and everything.
Just don't.
You know what? I think Dexter may be right. My gosh, look at that tummy.
Mother, how can you say that way? It's as flat as a board. See?
Where's my pastry cutter? I can't find it anywhere.
Actually, I never touched it, Louise. Mildred is the one who...
Mildred!
Oh, here we go again.
Was Mildred over here?
Did I say Mildred?
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, gosh, I must have been thinking about her. Really, what I meant to say was Dexter. Where did you put it, Dexter?
Corliss?
In the left drawer right of the sink.
Left drawer, right at the sink.
No, it was the right.
Right.
Maybe the cupboard.
Cover.
All right, I can tell when you're lying to me, young lady. Why was Mildred over here? And when?
Well, gosh, Mom, don't get so upset about it. You were just at the movies with Daddy, and I was lonely. I didn't have anyone to talk to. Really, you're just making a big thing out of nothing. You don't know how silly and stupid this whole family squabble is.
Oh, Corliss, I know. I couldn't agree with you more. suing and countersuing each other for over $10,000 worth of damages.
That's right. Mr. Pringle won't forget in such a hurry.
Would you answer that, Dexter?
Sure. Our maid says that his dentist bill's over $300 already. Yeah? Who? Who's
Is it for me?
Jimmy Earhart calling Miss Corliss Archer?
I'll take that.
Mother!
Quiet, Corliss.
Why doesn't he keep his mind on the war?
Mrs. Archer. Oh, yes, we're fine, thanks. And you? Oh, splendid. Splendid. I'm afraid the Corliss will be out of town for the weekend.
Mother, I'm right here! Let me talk!
Sit down.
No.
Yes, yes. I'm afraid so. Oh, no, not at all. All right, goodbye.
Mother, honestly, how could you? I can't believe you did that. How could you do that to
Corliss,
me?
you are too young to be running around with a soldier.
Yeah.
Well, why did you have Well, why did you have to lie to him? He'll know you were lying.
Oh, nonsense. How would he possibly know?
Well, because you
just what?
He'll just know, that's all.
That is not what you were going to say.
Dexter, beat it! Go home!
I already know all about it.
Have you been spying on me? You contemptuous thing.
Contemptible.
I'm glad you agree with me for once.
I guess I've got as much right to be in a drugstore as you have.
Oh, really?
Will you two stop squabbling? Now, what is this all about?
Well, if you must know, make Dexter scram then. I don't have to bare my soul in front of him, do I?
That's right. You're ashamed because you're fickle and deceitful.
Now, Dexter, that's no way to talk to my little girl. I think you better run along home.
All right, Mrs. Archer, but believe you me, I'm glad all this has to come to a head.
Oh, darling, have you been seeing this soldier?
Well, only once, Mother. I swear, and it was by accident. Honestly. Well, I just had my music lesson, and I was waiting for the bus, and suddenly, out of nowhere, there was Jimmy. And so we said hello, and he looked so cute in his uniform. He asked me to the Algernon for a Coke and snack. Mother, I couldn't refuse. Why, it would be absolutely rude. Well, I agreed, and really, you can't see any harm in that.
Are you sure that you haven't met him by appointment?
Well, yes, of course I'm sure.
Oh, Corliss, and why didn't you tell us about this at dinner last night?
Well, I was planning to. Really. But you and Daddy are so strict and all. Oh, I don't know. I was going to, but...
Corliss, is that why he called up here? Did you have a date for tonight?
Well...
Did you?
No. Not a date. I know I'm not allowed to make dates. Well, but I did tell him we'd be home. And I told him you'd be very glad to see him. Oh, Mother, he's so good looking. And he's a sergeant now. He was promoted. Isn't that wonderful? And I was wrong about his eyes. They're not like Tyrone Power's, and they're not like John Amici's. But they're like Charles Boyer. Sort of sleepy and noble. Mother, and very, very tender.
Darling, I didn't think you could be any more trouble when you were 5 years old. And look at you now.
Well,
Take this off.
if you just resign yourself to the fact that, well, you know I'm not an infant anymore. Honestly, if you'd agree to that, you wouldn't worry half as much.
Oh, darling.
Did Jimmy sound missed on the phone?
Never mind about Corporal Earhart.
Sergeant Earhart now.
Corliss, would you forget about these soldiers?
Hello? Oh, hello, Angel. Yes? Yes, Mother's home. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure, I'll tell her. Okay. Hold on. Mom, it's Dad. And he's at the corner of Washington and 4th on Jefferson Boulevard. And he wants to know if you'll devote a quart of gasoline to pick him up. Mother, he didn't say anything about it, but he really does sound exhausted. And maybe in tears.
Corliss, if he's at Washington and 4th, just tell him to take the bus.
Mother says just to take the bus. Oh. Oh, Daddy. Daddy, what you do amazes me. All right. Yes. Hold on. He can't take the bus. He has a 250-pound bag of manure with him. Oh, they won't even let him on the bus, Mother. He stinks horribly. The pedestrians are avoiding
All
him.
right, all right. I don't know what he's doing with that much manure. Nobody needs that much manure. Tell him I'll come pick him up.
Mother's on her way, and she wants to know why you need that much manure for. He says it's for the garden. All right, she's coming. Rescue's at hand, Dad. See you tonight. Bye.
Do you want to come with me?
No, actually, I think I better stay and clean up the mess with the caramels.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.
Dexter! Hey, Dexter!
What you want now?
I want to talk to you if that's all right.
Well, shut up. I'm talking to Mildred.
Mildred? Is Mildred really over there? Hey, Mildred, come here. Coast clear for about 20 minutes.
And there, if you please, sitting in one of the corner booths with 5 soldiers is Corliss, looking at them all with gooey eyes. And she was so absorbed in them, she never even saw me come in. I was never so humiliated in all my life.
Oh, dry up, Dexter. Is he making all this up? I do not wish to discuss it.
Well, if you don't believe me, you can ask Tammy Gibbons, because she was there having a Coke with me.
You were treating Tammy Gibbons to a Coke? That fat, ripped out blonde?
Well, yeah, we were. Yeah! As a matter of fact, it was a root beer.
Dexter Franklin, kindly leave this house at once!
Holy cow, I never...
There's one thing in this world I will not stand for at all, and that's fragrant infidelity!
I hate to inform you, but that word is flagrant.
What did I say?
You said fragrant.
I meant it! I mean, why your behavior stinks!
Hey.
Now get out!
Quit pushing me.
You struck me! I'm going to tell Daddy on you!
Holy cow, I just married you.
You're getting much too big to lug me around. Boy, that hurts. I'm going to tell Daddy, and he'll forbid you to come here again. Now get out!
Well, holy cow, I'm sorry.
How you treat that poor boy? Oh, don't give it a second thought, Mildred. He always comes back for more.
Corliss? Don't tell your old man. He might get sore.
Well, I most certainly will tell him. Now feed it! Have you heard from Lenny?
I just got a lovely letter. It's only a few lines.
Oh gosh, Mildred, how exciting. Mildred, I wish I had a guy to write me something like this. He's so good with words. I love you, I love you, I love you 50 times. Oh, and at the end he signs
ruin my pup's bridge work. Honestly, when I hear him ranting and raving and swearing to beat the band about what he's going to do to your father, I have a hard time not telling him he's talking about the grandfather of my child.
Mildred, better scram, Mama. Scram's good.
Oh, right. What do you mean?
What's up?
Mother's on her way over here right now.
What for?
I don't know. She was on the phone half an hour and then she said she was coming over to see Miss Starcher.
Well, did she seem upset?
No, that's what's weird about it. She seemed very pleased about something.
Oh, golly. Why, I bet that's her.
She better not find you here. That's all I can say. Let's go.
Corliss, swear you won't tell.
I swear. I already swore in blood.
Come on, let's try this after another.
Now, Mrs. Pringle, you've been at the pickles again. They should be back in the meeting.
That's okay, Louise. I'll wait for them out on the porch. Oh, Corliss. Mrs. Pringle. What a lovely surprise.
Well, where are your parents?
Mother's out. She went to pick up Daddy and Lenore.
Oh, that's right. Louise didn't tell me that. But that's okay. I'll just wait for them.
Well, make yourself comfortable.
Well, speaking of wait, dear, aren't you putting on a little bit?
No.
Oh, well, maybe it's because I haven't seen you properly for several months.
Yes. It's been quite horrible not to see your family either. How's Mildred doing? Why, I've just been dying to see her.
Oh, my dear, darling little Corliss. You did that very well, but you don't need to pretend with me. I know the two of you have been seeing each other almost daily for the past 2 months. Despite all my strenuous objections.
Oh, so now you have objections too. Well, at first I thought you said it was totally absurd.
Well, at first I did, but now, darling, the shoe's on the other foot.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, you will soon enough, dear. You will know soon enough.
I wonder what she wants.
Oh, Harry, she'll hear you.
Oh, she certainly will.
Hello, Dorothy. What's on your mind?
Louise said you wanted to talk to me.
That's right.
Corliss, run up to your room here.
Yes, Mother.
Oh, no, don't send Corliss out of the room on my account. After all, it is Corliss that I've come to see you about.
Corliss, please, go to your room.
Yes, Mother.
Dorothy, what is it?
Well, Janet, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but being your friend, I felt it my duty to come over here and tell you.
Now, if you come over here to tell us...
Now, Harry, remember, we're gentle people.
Oh, it's too bad he didn't remember that before he knocked 4 of Bob's teeth out.
Dorothy, what is on your mind?
Well, like I said, I got this little piece of information, and, well, I do feel it my duty to tell you. You see, your precious little Corliss is having an affair with a soldier.
Get out of my house! You get her out of this house before I forget myself and smash her bridge work.
Harry, please.
I don't blame you for being upset, Harry. I mean, after all, I was just shocked myself.
What do you mean, Dorothy?
Well, I mean, she's having an affair with a soldier, with usual consequences.
What consequences?
Well, she's pregnant, that's all.
How dare you?
Well, you don't think I'm making it up, do you?
Making it up, I'd say you're a damned liar!
Well, if you don't believe me, let's get Corliss down here and ask her yourself.
Corliss!
Ask her what she was doing in the Reeves building in Dr. Fadley's office.
Corliss!
He only takes obstetrical cases.
Corliss, this woman has just had the gall to say that...
Well, I know, but why I overheard. I
Then
really.
tell her she's a liar!
Hi.
Guilt on her face, Janet, that's it.
Darling, sit down.
Oh, if you want to lead up to it gently, Janet, why don't you ask her what she was doing on the corner of 5th and Lincoln yesterday, having a cocktail with her soldier?
It was a shrimp cocktail to my recollection. I'll murder Betty Campbell.
What soldier?
Harry, she already told me about it. It's just Corporal Earhart. It was nothing.
Sergeant Earhart now.
Never
And
mind.
it does mean something to me.
What about Dr. Fadling in the Reeves building?
Well, Daddy, you just can't believe everything you hear.
Now, Corliss, you were seen coming out of Dr. Fadling's office yesterday and the week before very furtively by my information.
Darling, is this right? Is this true?
Well, yes.
Janet, you should be showing in more places than one.
You little fool! Good heavens, you little fool! Let me speak to the commanding officer. I'll have him before a firing squad inside of 48 hours.
No, Daddy, please.
Now, he knows you're not 16 yet.
Well, yes, but, well, it isn't him.
And who is it? Good heavens, Dexter! I'll kill him! I'll kill him!
Everybody?
Get out of my sight! Filthy little swine!
Mr. Archer, I'm sorry. It'll never happen again. Mr. Archer, it was as much Corliss' fault as it was mine.
Daddy, Dexter, you don't know what you're saying. Please, shut up.
It was all in fun. Holy cow! It was living. I didn't suck you that hard.
Dexter, you gotta help me out. Why, I'm in an awful jam.
You was mad at me. I didn't do anything so terrible.
Well, I know that, but well, he sort of seems to think you did.
What did you tell him?
Oh, Dexter, you've got to take an oath in blood not to breathe a word if I even dare tell you the truth.
Okay, in blood. Here's my blood on my chin. I just shaved.
Give me a Band-Aid. Well, in the first place, Mildred and Lenny are married.
What, Mary? Holy cow.
And in the second place, Mildred is going to have a baby.
She is?
Oh, but her parents and my parents would never dream they're married. So they can't know she's going to have a baby. You see?
Well, go on.
Well, I've been going with Mildred to see Dr. Fabley. You know, the guy in the Reeves building.
Yeah?
Oh, evidently somebody must have seen me go in there. And they must have called Mrs. Pringle because she came tearing over here. And now we all jumped to this horrible conclusion that it's me that's going to have the baby. Oh, Dexter, I swore in blood. I sort of let him believe it.
You are in a jam.
Well, Daddy was even going to call the commanding officer to have Jimmy court-martialed and shot.
Gee whiz.
Stop it! He's a nice person. You don't have to make fun of him. And it wasn't him. And I told him it wasn't him. And when I told them it wasn't him, well, they sort of thought, well, who could it be, you know? And we were discussing it. And you came in right then at that moment. It was rather coincidental, actually. But when you came in and Daddy saw you, well, they all seem to think it's you now.
Holy cow. No wonder he was so miffed.
Oh, Dexter, you wouldn't mind denying it for a little while? Gosh, I gotta have time to think.
He's probably gone next door.
You said you would do anything for me.
Oh, what's my father gonna say? Holy cow!
Hello, Dr. Failing in yet? Why, yes, I'm the party that called before. I'll call as often as I like. What? Hung up on me. Can you beat that for deliberate rudeness?
Still not home?
No, and I've called every country club in town. What gives that obstetrician the right to play golf?
Harry, for heaven's sakes, it's Saturday.
So what? People can be having babies right and left. Play golf in the dark? I wonder why he's not home.
Harry, don't call again. You're just getting yourself all worked up.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just making your daughter a little dinner, and I left a few things out. Here's all.
Now she's not to have anything to eat. She's to stay locked up in a room incommunicado until I say different.
Well, it's my job to see that she has nourishment, and she does have 2 mouths to feed now.
Louise! Did you hear my orders?
Only loud and clear.
For heaven's sakes, must you scream at Louise? The Franklins are going to hear you.
What do I care? I've heard him yelling at Dixon for the last 2 hours. Oh, it's all in the family now.
Do you mind if I take your daughter some supper?
Go ahead, take her the food. If she's got any sense of decency, she won't eat a mouthful of it. Oh, that woman gets on my nerves.
Harry, are you talking about Louise? My word, she's wonderful. She's been with our family for 17 years.
No, I believe it's been 18.
Why doesn't she get more upset? I'd see her get more upset at Corliss when she skinned her knees.
Harry, what do you want Louise to do? Throw hysterics?
The only thing I can't understand is why a person can't stay calm in a crisis. Hello? No, I'm not.
Who is that?
Are you listening to the radio? And if so, what program? Oh, damn the radio. Damn everything.
Darling, getting yourself so worked up. Sit down in this chair and relax.
Oh, I cannot get it through my mind. I can't understand it why those little fools, those infants. What's she got to say for herself?
I don't know. I haven't taken her a Jell-O yet.
Jello at a time like this? Oh. Is her door locked?
Harry, she's not going to sneak out. She's given me her word.
Oh, how can you take the word of a little fool who can't even say no? Whipped cream?
Well, you know, this Jell-O's been in the fridge about 3 weeks. It needs
Oh.
something.
Where are you going?
I am going to go for a walk and see if I can pull myself together.
That's a good idea. Would you take the dog with you?
No. Dr. Pavement calls, just hey, wait on the line. What are you doing now?
Well, don't bother me now. Corliss and I are listening to Superman. Oh, it's so exciting.
Oh, Superman! Oh, at a time like this.
Harry, please don't walk past the Pringles.
Oh, heaven forbid. I get the place lit up with neon lights dancing on the lawn.
Poor man.
Mother,
What is it, Corliss?
well, where did Daddy go?
He went for a walk. Aren't you supposed to be in your room?
Well, I did leave the door open. Why, that's practically the same thing as still being in it. Oh, Mother, do you really think I'm unbearable?
Corliss, I've talked to you all day about what I think, and it doesn't seem to make any impression on you whatsoever. You just don't seem to realize what a dreadful thing this is. Having a baby is not a picnic, my dear. Oh, Corliss, I can't understand you.
Well, does this mean you hate me?
No, darling, of course I don't hate you.
Well, sometimes I think Daddy would like to break my neck into 1,000 pieces.
He would, but... It's just because he loves you, darling.
Well, I know that.
Corliss, you little idiot. I can't believe this is happening to our family.
Oh, Mom, please, don't cry. Why, it's just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding?
Mother, please, stop. I can't bear to see you this way. And
I feel so ashamed. I feel like somehow this is my fault.
Oh, no, honest. I promise it isn't.
You were always so sweet and innocent. I don't want to talk about it anymore, Corliss. I think you better go back to your room.
Why? You want to hear what the Franklins are saying to Dexter? Why, they've been buying him out for the last 4 hours and there hasn't been a peep out of him.
I should hope not.
Scotty, Mother, you don't understand. In many ways, this is much more difficult for Dexter than it is for me.
Hello? What? Who is this? Mildred Pringle. Will you kindly stop calling up our residence with that phony Swedish accent of yours? I don't ever want you to call our house under any circumstances. Child.
Mom, I think she wanted to talk to me.
Corliss, don't you ever telephone Mildred Pringle as long as you live.
How can you even say that? She's my best friend.
Best friend?
Why, I feel practically like a sister to her.
Corliss, in spite of what has happened, I still blame that girl's influence for this whole thing. I wish we had never even associated with the whole rotten family.
Mom, I really wish you wouldn't feel that way. Why, there are many reasons why Lenny is very fond of her.
Lenny?
Yeah.
Don't even mention your brother's name. this? Oh, Corliss, I don't know what he'd say.
Mom, I think I can put on a dress.
I don't care what you do.
Little fool's wife.
Daddy!
Dr. Fay didn't call yet.
Harry, he hasn't called, but don't call the Fablings up again. What are they going to think?
What do I care what the family in obstetrician plays golf half through the night thinks? Oh, fine thing. She's gonna have a baby and she's listening to Superman.
Harry, she's not going to have the baby till next spring. It does take 9 months, dear, if you remember.
Janet,
No, I hope it's a girl.
you amaze me. How can you sit there calmly at a time like this and hope it's going to be a girl?
Well, it's got to be a girl or a boy, and I can't have my preference. I don't have another choice, do I?
How can you knit at a time like this? Don't you realize that we may have to leave town?
Oh, nonsense. Why should we? I'm not going anywhere.
Who's going to give their legal business to me, a grandfather of an illegitimate child?
Harry, the baby won't be illegitimate. Naturally, they'll have to get married at once.
I suppose they will. Darn it. Janet.
Harry, would you stop pacing and sit down? After all, Dexter's a nice boy.
How can you call that little swine a nice boy?
Harry, can't you try to be sensible about all this? After all, we've already discussed it with the Franklins. We both decided the only thing that can be done.
Well, I suppose it is.
It's going to work out all right.
Janet.
Harry, after all, think about this. At least they're in love.
In love? How can you say that barely in their diapers?
Harry, don't you remember 1918?
What about 1918?
Well, don't you remember your car, your flivver?
Yeah, what of it?
Well, do you remember the night we parked under the stars and the trees down by the river? And you were in such a romantic mood. And then we got in the car and you got a little carried away and I had to fight you off and hit you with my shoes. And then we were down by the river and I fell in. And all of a sudden you were going crazy and I had to hit you over the head with a log and carry you home.
We were engaged. We were in love. We were going to be married.
Harry, ever since they were little, they were going to be married. They wanted to be married too.
Janet.
And see how upset my father got about the whole situation? The same thing's happening again.
Janet, there is a difference. Back then I was nearly 22. And I had my own job and I was making my own way. Dexter, why, he's barely 17 and gets 50 cents a week.
Yes, between us and the Franklins, we're going to have to increase that.
Janet, how can you sit there and hope it's going to be a girl?
Well, Harry,
What's wrong with a boy?
girls are so much easier to raise, darling.
Oh, that's a magnificent understatement.
Excuse me, folks, but that was the front door. Should I send folks in here?
No, we aren't home to anyone.
Why, yes, of course. How silly of me to think you're home.
Janet, she brought up the subject of 1918 in the flivver. Let me remind you that, why, we never did.
Well, I know that, but children today are much more uninhibited than we were.
Say that again.
Louise, it's nice to see you again. Boy, you look swell.
Is that George?
George!
Oh, Uncle George, they said they're not home. I think maybe you better
No, that's all right. Louise, get out on the porch. I know the way.
Coming over. We've got to get rid of him.
Hiya, kids! Hiya, kid. How are ya? The Marines have landed. Janet, always lovely and pretty every time I see you. It's nice to see you again.
You too, George.
George, how did you get here?
I got here by plane an hour ago.
Why did you telephone or something?
I tried to. I was in the telephone booth at the airport for 15 minutes. And every time the phone was busy. Probably Corliss talking to one of her boyfriends. Where's my favorite niece, Corliss?
She's up in her room.
You know, Harry, you're a lucky dog. You sure are. Janet, the one thing I envy my brother here more than his pretty wife is his pretty daughter. I bet the boys are all crazy about her.
Yes, they are.
Before long, she'll be dashing off and getting married.
George, how long do you plan on staying?
Oh, a couple of days, honey. You can put me up, can't you? I can stay in Lenny's room. Lenny, he's doing a real swell job in Italy, isn't he? It's amazing how these boys just grow up and... How's Dexter?
He's fine. He's just fine.
Fine boy, yes, lovely kid. Always admired young Dexter. Something manly about him. Yes, manly, that's the word.
Yes, it is.
Listen, before Corliss comes bouncing down here, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
George, there's something we'd like to discuss with you.
But mine's important.
George,
Corliss doesn't know it yet, but she's going to take part in a christening.
What?
Yes, if it's all right with you two, we're going to fly back to the naval base and have Corliss christen a destroyer.
Oh,
well,
You know, Corliss is my favorite niece, and I'm going to tell her all about it. Corliss!
Who is it?
It's your Uncle George. Come on down.
Uncle George!
Hello, sweetie pie. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Let me take a look. Yep, prettier than ever.
Oh, I thought I recognized your voice, but I can tell. What an unexpected surprise!
Well, you know, you're the reason for my visit, too, hon.
Me?
Yes. Let me see your hand.
What for?
How's the grip?
Grit?
George, we need to talk.
You keep out of this. I'll take care of it. Muscles under good control?
I can beat Dexter at tennis anytime.
wish you could outrun him.
Even he says I have a good backhand.
Well, you know, smashing bottles and playing tennis are two different things.
What are you trying to get at?
Let me tell you all about it, huh? How would you like to fly back to the naval yard and christen a destroyer?
Are you kidding?
Not one bit.
Me?
You.
Fly back to the naval yard with all those handsome soldiers all around every second of the day? Oh, what a surprise! Oh, christen a destroyer! Uncle George is
Yes.
so wonderful!
You see, Janet, she thinks it's a swell idea.
I knew she would.
Gosh, I was kind of forgetting something.
Forgetting something? Forgetting what?
Does he know?
No, what? I don't know anything. I just got here.
Does he really have to know?
I know. You've been getting into mischief again, haven't you, young lady?
Oh, little.
All right.
George, listen, there is something we must tell you right now. Corliss has done something that has upset her father and I quite a little bit, and we have decided she could have no privileges as her punishment.
Well, in this case, I'm going to have to insist on a special dispensation. After all, this is for Uncle Sam.
Huh, she's done her bit already.
But Dad! Mrs. Franklin, how nice to see you again. Come right on in.
More word out of you, Dexter.
And Mr. Franklin, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Dexter, how are you, kid?
Hi, Uncle George.
My, how you've grown. Franklin, you have every right to be proud of this young man.
Dear, we didn't realize you had visitors. Perhaps we'd better be going.
Nonsense. I'm not visitors.
George just breezed in a few minutes
How
ago.
lovely.
I know you folks. You've come here to play bridge,
Oh,
and I'm
no.
not going to
No,
do
we
that.
haven't.
I insist. I am not going to. I'm not going to interfere. Yes, I'm not. Come back, please. I'm fine. But nevertheless, I insist that you're going to stay here and finish your drinking.
Honestly, the things get so rough around here.
Dexter, Janet, I'm going to go up to brush and wash, and I'll be back later to kibitz, if I may.
Oh, Uncle George is such a character. I'll see he has.
No, you don't. Come back and sit down right there.
Doesn't he know?
Not yet.
Oh, dear.
I wonder if it would be all right if I spoke to Corliss alone for a moment.
You be quiet. I don't want to hear one more word out of you. Shut up! Hard on him. He ought to be glad I don't have a horsewhip.
Well, Mr. Archer.
Be quiet. I do have
discuss, and I won't repeat a thing I hear. I promise don't have any sense to repeat it to. You just go right on ahead. I'm just making Uncle George a little snack out there, and I love making him the egg with a few of his goodies in it, but I can't remember if he likes them straight up, scrambled, fried, or whatever, but, you know, I just thought I'd go ahead and make them.
Do your thinking in the kitchen. Can't you see that we like to be left alone?
Well, all right, but you don't have to yell at me.
She knows. I'm afraid she does.
Holy cow! She must think I'm terrible too.
Be quiet, Dexter, while your father told you to shut up many times.
Yes, shut up!
Here.
It's an unfortunate time that my brother made to have a flying trip over here.
It sure is.
But you know, Harry, I've been thinking. I think I know what we can do. Uncle George wants Curtis to fly back east with him. I think that might be the best
Oh,
thing.
Dexter, can you imagine the reason he wants me to fly back east with him? It's to christen and destroy.
Holy cow, what a break!
Will you shut up?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Anyway, what I was saying was I thought that Corliss could fly back east with George, and then Mary, you and I could take a train back east with Dexter. They could be quietly married, no one would even know. We could come back here and have a nice garden reception.
Oh, excuse me. I just finished them tasty little eggs, and I was just wondering if maybe Uncle George would like to eat out here with you, if we ought to eat in the dining room.
The dining room, Louise.
I
The dining room.
can't hear anything in there.
That woman is coming out here deliberately to eat. Why don't we go over to our place where we won't be interrupted?
That's a good idea.
What about Uncle George? You can't leave him here without knowing where you
Well,
live.
yes, we don't want George to
Well,
know.
we could leave the children here, and they can tell.
Tell him what?
Well, I can tell him you went over to look at Dad's car.
Shut up!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Never mind. Don't tell him anything. Just keep quiet. We'll be back in a few minutes and stay out of trouble.
Mr. Archer, I feel I owe you an apology.
Oh, Dexter, please do not worry about him. You know how he gets in his moods once in a while. Actually, I think you're behaving quite wonderfully. I shall never forget what you've done for me.
Nor will I. Do you know what my father said to me?
Well, they locked me in my bedroom. Can you imagine? I was up for there 2 hours listening to Superman, but I could hear everything he said to you, and I could hear everything your mother said to you, too. Awful.
Did you hear them say that if a mob came to lynch me, they'd turn me over? Not even a qualm?
Golly, we are in a mess, aren't we?
Yeah. But it has a bright side, too.
Where?
Well, didn't you hear him say they're planning on having us get married right away?
Well, I know that,
Oh,
but...
my rosiest dreams. I thought we'd at least have to wait till I was drafted. So in a way, this is quite a break.
Dexter, Franklin. Why, you really don't think I'd let it go as far as that?
Well, holy cow, why not? It's perfect.
Well, I'm just stalling for time. As soon as I can talk with Mildred, we're all going to tell everybody the truth, and that settles it.
Why not wait until after they've got us safely married and then tell them? Well, holy cow, you brought me into this. I deserve some consideration.
If I did consider... Oh, boy! If I really was honest to goodness, Mary, why, they couldn't do a thing about me making dates with other handsome soldiers and sailors.
Listen, if I even caught you looking at another soldier, why, I'd wring your neck.
Dexter, don't lay a hand on me. You know what happened last time.
That wasn't because I hit you, Corliss.
It was too, you know it.
You got me into this. Corliss, let's just wait until after they've got us married, please.
Why? I don't want to get married. Gosh, I'm only 15.
Well, I'm 17.
We only get 50 cents a week. How are we...
Go. Gee.
What?
Is Mildred over here?
No.
Gee, I wonder where she's at. I've been all over finding her.
Raymond, did your mother tell you why she came here?
Nope, she's mad at me. We're not on speaking terms. She gets mad over the littlest things these days.
Dexter, if we did happen to get married, what would we live on?
Don't worry about that.
Will you please find out?
Well, maybe Uncle George could get me
in the Marine Corps.
Well, go ask him right,
All right.
now.
After we're married.
Little pitchers have big ears.
Huh?
She means I'm listening. Never mind. If she phones, tell her mother's panting to see her.
Well, I'll bet she is.
You might also tell her there's a telegram for her.
Raymond, a telegram. Who from?
My dear girl, I did not open it. It is for Mildred.
Didn't your mother open it?
No, fortunately, she didn't get it the chance. I took it under the door and hid it under the mat. I know my family.
Louise, if anything should ever happen to soldiers or sailors, why, who gets notified first?
Usually the next of kin, dear.
Well, Louise, would that be the... Louise, look at me when I talk to you. Would that be the wife?
Usually the wife hears first.
Oh, no. By telegram? Louise,
Yeah.
darling, a bit of advice. Please ease up on that.
I do believe there's someone else in the house, too. Usually by telegram, dear.
Did anyone call? No, Mother.
Was that Raymond I saw screaming down the alley?
Well, Daddy, Raymond isn't so bad.
Now, don't get muddling over that repulsive child. Where's Dexter?
Well, he needs to talk to Uncle George. He's going to try to get in the Marines.
Great. Half a Marines.
Well, did any of you decide anything? Yes, we did, and we'll talk to you as soon as Dexter comes down.
Don't look so smug. This isn't a picnic.
Really, Harry? I can't believe you're always picking on her. Corliss, dear, you look a little pale. Why don't you come over here and sit by me?
Honestly,
And
Mary.
make yourself comfortable. You don't have to call her. Now, Janet, we agreed that we weren't going to be bitter about this. After all, it's going to be my grandchild as much as yours.
Oh, sure. Why don't we all celebrate? Let's invite the neighbors over for a baby shower.
I've always loved Corliss and hoped this would happen. Well, not this one, of course. But it just doesn't change my affection for her in the slightest.
Now, if you'll forgive me if I don't clasp Dexter to my bosom immediately.
And after 10 days out on the rubber life raft, he was picked up by a destroyer, brought safely back, and within 5 days, he's back in action again.
Holy cow, that's swell, Uncle George.
Franklin, you know, this boy of yours is quite a lad. Yes, he's quite a lad.
Glad you think so, George.
He's just been telling me about his latest exploit. Yes. And for a boy of his age, I think that was quite remarkable. Yes, quite remarkable.
What?
Yes. Why, and he's doesn't brag about it like a lot of other boys would.
What did you say?
Well, collecting 900 pounds of scrap iron all by yourself? That's the kind of brains and brawn we need for the Marine Corps, huh, boy?
Oh, Uncle George, you get him in?
I can try it.
Hello? Dr. Fabling, where have you... Anyone here make a call to a Dr. Fabling?
No, Dad.
Doctor, I'm afraid that you have the wrong number. Goodbye.
Oh, excuse me, folks. That was the front door. You at home yet?
Of course we're at home. Can't you see that we're at home?
Why, yes, of course. Now you're at home. I'll go mark that on the calendar.
You know, that's what we miss out at sea. Friends and neighbors dropping in and spreading a little gossip.
Give me the sea, anytime.
Corliss, Daddy's here. What? Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Hi, Grandpa. I just got the news.
Raymond, did your mother tell you?
No, Mildred got the telegram. She told the truth, and they've all gone nuts.
Get that little abomination out of here.
Oh, Mr. Archer, I could use some help.
Holy cow, Mr. Pringle's kissing Louise in the crotch.
That's nothing. On the way over, he kissed a cop.
What's going on? Sounds like a riot.
Louise, are you
What's this about a grandpa?
Mr. Pringles?
she did.
Here's the lady! The finest classic flyer ever to come out of this town.
Bob, really, I think you've had enough.
I'm gonna be a grandfather and my son-in-law's a hero, so I'm gonna get stinking. Janet, I adore you!
Well, do you adore Harry after what he did to your bridge work?
I just kissed him, he never said a word. Come on, Corliss! Let's move out here!
I am so sorry about everything I put you through.
Oh, please don't give it a second
I
thought.
have got to see that telegram for myself.
Here, Daddy.
That boy shoots down 3 bombers and doesn't have the nerve to tell us that he's married.
May I have it? Thanks, Dad.
I think there's someone outside waiting for you. Son?
Lenny! Oh, Lenny!
Oh, there you are. Oh, I'm sorry, Grandpa.
Good heavens! I'm related to you!
Please, try to be nice to Daddy from now on.
He'll get his usual discount, that's all.
Oh, Dexter. Dexter, isn't it all just too wonderful?
They're not gonna let us get married now, you dope.
Well, I'm talking about the destroyer I'm going to christen. Imagine.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you excited about that?
Why should I be? Nobody's gonna think I'm father of a destroyer.
Two crazy little idiots.
Listen to the mass hysteria, that's what it is.
I could just smack you both.
Well, I thought we put on a pretty good act.
Oh, much too convincing if you asked me. But then I should have known that Dexter couldn't do anything like that.
Not in a million years.
Holy cow! My God!
He's